Just a few minutes away from opening tip-off between Appleton-Parkersburg and Grundy Center as the two teams are still warming up. You know, that being said, let's talk about a little bit of scouting for Appleton-Parkersburg. This is a team that was held to a season-low point total of just 41 points. AP scores 41 points in the game and wins this past Thursday night over Dike New Hartford. Looking back at the stats, Christian Hogstead with just 4 points. We'll hear Coach Thomas's keys to the game about getting Hogstead involved, but this is a guy that has to get back involved in the offense for AP.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. But, you know, hats off to Dike New Hartford last week. They knew where our bread was buttered. They took him out of the game. I would imagine, and Grundy Center, you know, let's think about when we played them. It was December 2nd or 3rd. Dane Zinkula is on the sidelines, and I was standing there watching that day thinking, if Appleton-Parkersburg and Grundy Center ever meet up again and he's on the court, it's going to be a totally different ball game because he brings a whole new dimension to their team, not just on the court, in the locker room, as a leader. He knows what it's going to take to win. So he's going to be a force to be reckoned with, and he's not going to want to roll over and take it from Appleton-Parkersburg.
Yeah, and so Zinkula's only been back from injury for the past few weeks here, and since he came back, he's led the team in scoring and right up there in the rebounding. So I mean, his contributions are right there on the stat sheet, and it's shown on the court here too for this team.
Absolutely, I watched the young guy play all the way from 6th grade or 7th grade when they come to Appleton in middle school and play, and he's a difference maker. So we're going to really have to know. But let's get back to Appleton-Parkersburg and Hogstead. I'm thinking, well, I don't want to speculate. I don't want to speculate on Grundy's defense right now, but I have a feeling that talking to Coach this morning on the telephone, we're going to get some design plays, if nothing else, to get Christian Hogstead involved in the game, whether he has to catch the ball at the high post, but we've got to get him the ball where he can do something with it. And for Appleton-Parkersburg, you know, with our perimeter guys, Garrett, Gavin, and Jaden Mackey, it really opens the floor up to be able to operate in the lane. So it's going to be a tale of wills. I think maybe which coach is going to swallow their pride and maybe go do something they haven't done all year to try to get a win, because at this point in time, does it really matter what you do? You just want to win.
And another aspect for Appleton-Parkersburg, their star player, well, one of their star players in Jaden Mackey, he just scored 7 points on 2 of 8 shooting on Thursday night against Dike New Hartford. That's another guy that just seemed to be kind of out of sorts on Thursday night as well. You'd seem to think he'd be able to have a bounce back here tonight.
You know, if you go back about 11 and a half, 12 months when Appleton-Parkersburg made their run in the districts and all the way to the semifinals in the state, who'd they lean on? Jaden Mackey and Garrett Hempen in the sub-state. But yeah, I think for Appleton-Parkersburg to have some success tonight, I haven't talked to Coach specifically about this, but typically teams that are favored, which Appleton-Parkersburg would be favored tonight on paper, if you can get out on the other team early, show your dominance, hit some shots, get them questioning what they're doing, then you have success. But on the other hand, what Dike New Hartford did to Appleton-Parkersburg last week is we were second guessing, we were questioning, we weren't hitting the shots. They had the momentum, they were rolling, and then you have a close game. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Spartans do tonight.
All right, well, let's move into some keys to the game. As heard from both of our head coaches here earlier, let's move on to Troy Ersland of Grundy Center, his team's keys to a victory tonight over Appleton-Parkersburg.
We're going to have to stop their shooters. You know, obviously they shoot at about 40% from 3 as a team. Thomas, Mackey, Hempen, they all shoot really well. So we're going to have to stop them. We're going to have to control the boards. I think we're going to have to out-rebound them. And I think we're going to have to play our game on offense and control the tempo a little bit. But, just like anything, we're going to have to make our free throws and finish at the rim and have less turnovers probably than them. So it's not a difficult game when you break it down. So we're just going to have to play probably our best game of the year against, what I've said many times is the best team in 2A. So, but we're ready for it. So we're excited.
Coach Ersland, like you just said, he feels his guys are ready. What are your thoughts on what he had to say there?
Well, it is a simple game. You just got to put the ball in the basket, and you have to create opportunities for your kids. And Coach has been around. He's coached at Columbus. He's actually been over in Egypt. He's been down to Clinton. He's back in Grundy Center, so this isn't his first rodeo. And he's got some experience that you know, he's seen a lot of basketball in his time, and he's got a good coaching staff. He's got Kevin Ubalodi over there. Kevin's been around since, I'm going to age myself here, but he was coaching Wellsburg down in the mid-'80s. So Kevin, this isn't his first rodeo either, and I'm sure they put a game plan together that is going to give their kids a chance to win.
All right, now let's hear from Appleton-Parkersburg head coach Aaron Thomas on his thoughts for keys to victory.
Very physical. You know, I think the number one key is we got to keep them off the offensive glass. They really attacked. The first time we played, I think they had 18 rebounds for 19 second chance points, and you know, they're going to look to post our. We have to control the paint. You know, from their guards getting in there or posting us to rebounding. That's going to be a big key for us. Those two things, if we can do that. Offensively, you know, we need to also establish Hogstead and play. You know, they'll want to play slower. I don't think as slow as the other night, but if we can get it up and get going a little bit, obviously that benefits us as well.
Well, like we had talked about, Coach just echoed right there, getting Christian Hogstead back involved and controlling the tempo of this game really going to be what Appleton-Parkersburg's looking to do here tonight.
Well, we've got. And I'm looking at Cale Ryer, heck of a role player. He knows his role. He knows he isn't our leading scorer, but he knows his role. He plays it well. And then you look at the four other players that we bring to the court. It's tough for 2A schools to match up with four really good players and somebody who knows their role. So for Appleton-Parkersburg, we've got to create and we've got to establish the paint early. If you're going to have success, whether it's in district final, sub-state, or even in the state tournament, you've got to establish the paint. If I go back and see when we've lost in the state tournament in the past couple of years, last year we lost in the semifinals, or we were not able to establish the paint, and you can't live and die by the three in the Well Fargo.
I want to give a shout out to our viewers on the Falcon Activities Network YouTube channel. Kelly Alderts is across the way from us, doing a great job getting us up and on the stream here tonight. What a great job Kelly does over there.
Oh yeah, and he's got his assistant tech coordinator Dave Price with him. They're pulling cords and getting things rolling tonight. You know, and I don't get the opportunity to watch the live stream, but I do know we have some businesses out there that have put money up, all for the postseason. Campbell Mellum Insurance. Chad's been around for a while. His dad, Nerv Mellum, ran the business for years. Well-established operation. Pit Stop Auto Service. You want to get your car fixed? You know, Dean Everett has forgotten more about cars than most people know, and they'll sell you a trailer if you're down there. And then Parkersburg Hardware with John Luring. If you haven't been in there, you need to get in there. You can get anything you want from John Luring at Parkersburg Hardware.
All right, it's time for tonight's starting lineups, and we'll run through them here as well. Let's go through the Grundy Center Spartans, the designated road team tonight. Wearing number 10 is a 5'10" senior guard, Dane Zinkula. Number 14 is a 5'11" senior guard, Dexter Whitehill. Number 24 is a 5'9" senior guard, Braden Sawyer. Number 30 is a 6'2" senior forward, Bryce Greiner. And number 34 is a 6'6" freshman forward/guard, Jalen Kirkpatrick. Now for the designated home team, the Appleton-Parkersburg Falcons. No changes here. Number 1 is a 6' senior guard, Jaden Mackey. Number 2 is a 6'1" sophomore guard, Gavin Thomas. Number 3 is a 6'1" junior guard, Garrett Hempen. Number 5 is a 6'3" senior forward, Cale Ryard. And number 54 is a 6'7" senior forward, Christian Hogstead. Those are the starting lineups for both teams as they're about to be announced here on the gym floor in Cedar Falls. And our national anthem is just moments away as well. We'll take our final pregame timeout ahead of tonight's district final between Appleton-Parkersburg and Grundy Center. Live tonight from Cedar Falls on 98.9 KQCR and the Falcon Activities Network YouTube channel. Opening tip-off is next. Cedar Falls High School Gymnasium, our national anthem is all wrapped up, and it's just about time for tonight's opening tip-off. It's the Appleton-Parkersburg Falcons, 20-2 on the season. The Grundy Center Spartans, 16-6. John Mowinkle and Brian Boozman here with you inside the Cedar Falls High School Gymnasium. 98.9 FM KQCR Parkersburg, the Falcon Activities Network YouTube channel. I'm getting goosebumps just standing up here. It doesn't get better than this, man.
Tell you what, typically I like to sit during a game. I'm standing tonight. One, for the view, but secondly, I'm excited. You know, I'm going to give you some historical facts tonight about Appleton-Parkersburg and Grundy Center. I'll sprinkle them in as we go down the trail, but we've won. Appleton-Parkersburg has actually won 10 straight against Grundy Center. We're hoping for
Ball
11.
is in the air. It's tipped up and around on the floor, controlled by Jaden Mackey, picked up by Grundy Center. And what a crazy start to the game this is.
I've never seen 2 jumps in less than 1 second of a basketball game.
So Grundy Center is going to get possession, kind of a lackluster start to the game that ends up being, but the Spartans will inbound it from the far side of the floor. We're broadcasting from the corner of the gym, way up in the crow's nest in a perch here. So a corner view for this broadcast here tonight. Grundy Center with the basketball as we are underway. They move it from far to near as we see it from our broadcast location inside the Cedar Falls High School Gymnasium. Dexter Whitehill controls it far side of the floor for the Spartans. Dribbles it up to the wing, pops up a long 2, no good. Rebound is tipped around off of Hogstad's fingertips, but it was last touched by the Spartans. It will go to Appleton-Parkersburg, and the Falcons will have the chance to strike first here in this game, just 15 seconds in. Falcons run into the front court in their home white jerseys on the neutral floor tonight. Black numbers with red outline and striping down the side. Grundy Center is in their charcoal gray jerseys. Mackey pops up a corner 3, and it's good. Jaden Mackey gets the scoring underway. It's 3-0 Appleton-Parkersburg, and now some full court pressure. Whitehill able to get it into the front court as they look to make things happen here. Trailing 3-0 is Grundy Center. Here's Zinkler with a 3, looking for the answer. Airballed short. Here come the Falcons, pushing the pace. Ryer chases it down, skips it to the corner, and it goes out of bounds. Falcons nearly got an opportunity there, but a turnover, and it'll go back to the Spartans.
Boy, interesting development on defense that I don't think the crowd realizes yet. We have Cale Ryer, our post guy, guarding their point guard.
Here comes Whitehill sprinting down the floor, tries taking it coast to coast, and he lays it in for 2. Dexter Whitehill makes it a 1-point ball game at 3-2. Appleton-Parkersburg pushing the pace down the floor. It's Hempen top of the key and tosses it over to Cale Ryard as he looks to get it around the perimeter. No look pass, they try threading the needle into the lane, and it's picked up by the Spartans. A Falcon turnover. Zinkula down the floor, brings it out to the corner, and they get it outside. Here's Braden Sawyer, a sharpshooter from downtown. 3-2 Appleton-Parkersburg, and a screen is set. It's like an illegal screen called there against Grundy Center. That gives it back to the Falcons.
Yep, he was still moving his feet prior to setting the screen. And Grundy Center is in a 1-2-2 or a 3-2 zone. The goal behind that zone is to not allow perimeter shots, but to also keep an eye on Hogstad. So the second possession was perfect.
Ball is on the floor.
2 turnovers.
AP is getting sloppy with it on their offensive end. Here comes Grundy Center looking for the lead. Zinkula sprints to the rack. Underhand shot, rims out. Rebound goes to Mackey. Here come the Falcons with numbers. 3-on-2. It's Thomas. Keeps the dribble on the floor and gets it up top to Mackey. Lob over to Hempen. Baseline right. Throws it in the lane. Hogstad rises up, gets rejected by the rim. Rebound goes to Grundy Center. Christian Hogstad a little too close that time. And here come the Spartans. 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's Appleton-Parkersburg 3, Grundy Center 2. Spartans with the ball, looking for the lead here. Zinkula down to the short corner left side. Long 2 is no good by Griner, and it's chased down by Ryard on the defensive board. Here comes Mackey sprinting down the floor for Appleton-Parkersburg. Crossover, takes to the elbow, now all the way down to the lane. No good on the shot, but a foul called.
Good take. Nice. It was a nice take for Jaden. Oh,
they're going to get the offensive
charge.
foul. So Mackey picks up his first, and it gives it back to Grundy Center.
I thought he was still moving, but the referee's in a lot better spot than I am.
That's right. Here comes Grundy Center. They get it inbounds. Appleton-Parkersburg still with full court pressure. 5:36 to go in quarter number 1. Scoreless streak for both teams. Cross-court pass hauled in by Whitehill, and he tosses it over to Bryce Griner, far side of the floor. Now they get it to Brown for his first touch to get checked. That is Kirkpatrick. Get it to Zinkler, and a rejection. It's Christian Hogstad. Hoff sprints down the floor. He goes to the right, passes it to Hempen, out to Mackey. Jab step, right side of the floor, takes it to the lane. 14-footer, no good. He bricked the shot, and the rebound goes to Kirkpatrick. Here comes Grundy center, still looking for a lead. 3-2, deep three is no good by Sawyer. Rebound goes to Kirkpatrick, turnaround, shot is good. Grundy center takes the lead.
Well, I think Grundy center answered the question about what pace they're willing to go at. They're willing to go toe-to-toe with the champ right now.
Here comes Appleton Parkersburg down 4-3 to Grundy center. Cross-court pass hauled in by Mackey. Puts the ball on the floor with the left hand and gets it across to Thomas, left side. Bouncing it down now inside for Hogstead. Back out top to Hempen. Around the perimeter, Mackey, deep three. Missed it too strong. Chased down by Hempen on the offensive board, and the Falcons keep it alive. Thomas thought about popping it up from the right corner. Instead, he pops it up from the wing. Skipped off the rim. Rebound goes to Grundy center. It's Sawyer. Quickly down the floor. Whitehill hesitation. Layup is missed, but a foul called from behind.
Appleton and Parkersburg trying to establish Hogstead. He does have a mismatch down on that block. If we can just move the ball a couple times and get him the rock on the block.
So free throws coming up for Dexter Whitehill of Grundy center. He is a commit to the Columbia College golf team. Join that next year, and the first free throw is missed, no good.
That guy can golf.
That's right.
Grundy, great golf program as well.
Whitehill, a 58% free throw shooter. Second one up, and good. Extends the Grundy center lead to 5-3 over Appleton Parkersburg. Here with 4:17 to play in the first quarter. Falcons with a basketball, looking for the tie or even the lead with a three ball. Hoff stops the dribble, gets it up to Thomas. They feed Hogstead. Power dribble in the lane. Tough shot off the window is in. Christian Hogstead on the board for the first time tonight. It's 5-5. We're all knotted up here, and here come the Spartans. They set a screen at the half-court logo. Here comes Zinkula, bounces it to the corner to Whitehill, goes on a baseline drive, tries going over Hogstead, get it underneath, and the layup goes for Bryce Greiner. And the Spartans take the lead back at 7-5. 3:43 to play in the first quarter. Appleton to Parkersburg with a basketball. The team's going stride for stride so far. Down to Thomas, right corner. Lob pass up to Mackey. Throws it over to Hempen, pops up a three. You betcha! Garrett Hempen from the left side of the floor gives the Falcons the lead.
Good ball movement. I'll mention something next time down on defense. What I've noticed their top person on defense doing is going to open it up. Here they go with Grundy center on the
Zinkula nearly lost it. They get it out to Whitehill. Thought about the three. They get it inside. Kirkpatrick, turnaround shot, no good. Rising up for the rebound is Hogstead. Here comes Mackey into the front court for Appleton Parkersburg, up 8-7. Crossover dribble. Bounce to the corner. It's Thomas, but drills it between the legs. He peers around a defender, gets it into Hogstead, takes a shot from behind, no foul call. Here comes Zinkula. Contact against Hoff, and they get him for the foul. Looks like a blocking foul will go against Cooper Hoff. That's his first of the game. It was not in the act of shooting, and Grundy center will inbound from the baseline. Appleton Parkersburg 8, Grundy center 7. Here with 2:57 to go in the first quarter. They quickly get it in. Jump shot. Greiner good from 16 feet.
Boy, Appleton and Parkersburg are sleeping on that on the out of bounds. So number 34, Mr. Kirkpatrick is at the top of the zone right now. He's going to go down and double Hogstead when the ball swings. He goes from the top all the way down to the bottom. The free throw line is going to be wide open. That's where we need to put somebody. Probably Garrett Hempen, if he comes back in, would need to be in that spot.
Neuroth has it at the top of the key. They try threading the needle down again to Hogstead. And another AP turnover. Their third of the game. 2.5 to go first quarter. Cross-court pass, it goes to Whitehill. Dribbles it down to the corner there for Grundy center. And they reset things top of the key. Zinkula holds it overhead. Looks to throw a pass. Screen set to his left. Now they get it to Greiner. Pops it along two. No good. Skipped off the rim, and here comes Nick Neuroth with a rebound. Sideways pass at the half-court line goes to Thomas. Down out to Cooper Hoff in the wing left side. 2 minutes to play first quarter. Hoff guarded closely by Braden Sawyer. They send it across the floor to Mackey. Pops up along two, right side of the floor. No good, too strong. Rebound goes to Greiner. And here comes Grundy center, a 9-8 lead. Zinkula top of the key, crossover dribble at the elbow, gets it back behind. Greiner steps into a three, good from straight on. Grundy center with a 12-8 lead. Timeout, Appleton Parkersburg. A minute 39 to go, quarter number one. It's a 30-second timeout. And this Spartan team going stride for stride with one of the quickest teams in Class 2A.
Yeah, they are. They are moving the ball well and finding the open guy, and then they're burying the shot. They are hitting the shot that they need to hit.
Applington Parkersburg has won, you said, what, 10 games in a row against Grundy Center, right?
Yeah, well, 10 wins in a row. We're 19, or Applington Parkersburg has won 19 of the last 25 games. So
a lopsided series, to say the least.
But you can throw everything in the garbage
in the playoffs.
In the district final.
That's right. Applington Parkersburg, of course, played a sub-state final game here against New Hampton back in 2015. I think that was the last game in here, wasn't it, or was there one between?
I'm not sure. So we went to state in 2004, and then we didn't go again, or Applington Parkersburg didn't go until 2015.
Right.
That crowd over there, it was so hot in here, it was just packed to the rafters. I remember it well. And most people who were here,
Tip pass by Zinkula. It's hauled in by Thomas. The Falcons nearly with a turnover. 12-8 Grundy Center out of the 30-second timeout called by AP. A minute 20 to go in the first quarter, and it's Neuroth top of the key. Uses up the dribble, feeds Hempin at the free throw line, takes a step in a lane, and puts it in for two off the fingertips.
That's what I was talking about. Applington Parkersburg needed to put Garrett Hempin at the free throw line against that zone. I think I saw it. It was a travel prior to that.
Yeah, and that is what the Falcon crowd is heated about. They wanted a travel call. They did not get the call. Instead, it's a foul against the Falcons, and it goes against Cale Ryard. It's a packed house here in Cedar Falls.
Man-to-man on the out of bounds. It's hard to play man-to-man on the out of bounds because you can so easy to get mixed up.
They lob it into Kirkpatrick. He is just a freshman here for Grundy Center. Here comes a Zinkula three. It's good from the right side. Dane Zinkula puts the Spartans up by 5. It's their largest lead of the game at 15-10. 50 seconds to play first quarter. Falcons and Spartans in a battle here in Cedar Falls. They get it to Hempin, holds onto it, and he traveled with a basketball. Turns it over back to Grundy Center.
Grundy's got a really solid game plan. Zone, make Applington Parkersburg beat you, and Applington Parkersburg is just making mistakes right now.
Very uncharacteristic. 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. They get it into the front court with Kirkpatrick. Throws a sideways pass back to Whitehill, who holds it overhead. Grundy Center maybe holding for the last shot. They throw a bad pass. Here comes Thomas sprinting down the floor. He traveled with it. Oh man, he put it, he like holstered it up on his side as if he was going to go behind his back with it and get fancy instead of putting it up for 2. And that's another Falcon turnover, their 5th of the game.
26.7 seconds. Applington Parkersburg pressing. I think Grundy Center is going to try to hold for one shot. What they need to be careful of is a 10-second call here.
And they're getting close, and Zinkula does step across half court. They fire a pass down in the lane. Kirkpatrick turnaround, underhand shot, no good off the rim. Hogstead with a rebound. 10 seconds for AP. They can take their time if they want. Set something up here. 6 seconds. Here comes Mackey. Down to the short corner. Up for Hempin. Goes to the right. Pops it up. 15-footer. No good off the rim. Put back good by Hogstead. Do they count it? Yes, they do.
Boom goes the dynamite.
15-12. Grundy Center with a lead, and that brings us to the end of the first quarter. Back after this from Cedar Falls on KQCR.
Checkered Flag Trailer Sales and Service. High-class trailers at an affordable price. Whether for work or for play, we can offer a trailer to fit your budget or lifestyle. Our models and sizes range from a 4x6 cargo trailer to 8x52 cargo haulers, with dozens of standard features. If our standard offerings are not what you're looking for, we have several option packages and hundreds of options to choose from. Checkered Flag Trailers Sales and Service, a part of Pit Stop Auto Service and Detailing at 108 6th Street in Parkersburg.
Second out. Try it. I think you really like it. I tried it, and so here I am 17 years later. I love it.
Pops it up, 15-footer, no good off the rim, put back good by Hogstead. Do they count it? Yes, they do.
Boom goes the dynamite.
What a way to bring us into the second quarter. John Mowinkle and Brian Boozman with you here. It's Grundy Center 15, Applington Parkersburg 12 here in the district final. Falcons with the basketball as we get rolling into period number 2. It's Garrett Hempin, far side of the floor. Lobs it up into Ryard, goes to the lane, and puts the runner up and in for two. It's a 1-point ball game at 15-14. Cale Ryard with the bucket.
It's going to be there all night. We just need to continue to go to that area. Now look at Appleton and Parkersburg switch to a zone. Grundy Center is a little frazzled, trying to figure it out. They're going to get settled in and work the ball.
They toss it over to Zinkula, right side of the floor, cross-court pass, hauled in by Sawyer. Sharpshooter from three, takes it into the lane, left side, and they will reset the play. Tate Jarofsky is into the game for Grundy Center as well. He stands at 6'3". Falcon student section starting to make some noise. 7:10 to play, just underway in the second quarter. A 1-point Spartan lead. And now Griner sends a pass over to Whitehill. Grundy Center moving it around. Here comes Zinkula with a three. No good from the left corner. Rebound goes to Hempen. Here come the Falcons on a run out. Sprints down the floor, gets it to Mackey. Thought about a three, gets it to Thomas in the left wing. Sends it cross court, top of the key. Here is Hempen, weaving his way in the lane. A rejection on his way up, and a foul called. So Garrett Hempen going to the line to shoot a pair of free throws for Applington Parkersburg. The loose ball rolled all the way to the opposite corner of the floor, and Hempen about to shoot a pair at the stripe. So Applington Parkersburg a chance to tie the game and then take the lead if Hempen is able to knock down the two free throws, a spot where he has been really reliable this season at 85%. First free throw's up and good. He swishes it.
Got a nice shot. Great rotation.
Garrett Hempen, the team leader, with 6 points for Applington Parkersburg to this point. Knots us up at 15. Another one coming up, trying to give the Falcons the lead. Here it is. It's good. Another swish. Garrett Hempen with 7. Applington Parkersburg 16. Grundy Center 15. And the Spartans with a basketball. 6:48 to play in the second quarter. And they throw past to Zinkula, top of the key, as they try to get something set up here. And now they try to double team Tiernan Vokes, a newcomer to the lineup, and it's a steal for Hogstead. Quickly down the floor, here's Thomas. Hesitation, left to the lane, no good. The putback missed as well. It was Ryard rising up for the tip, and here comes Zinkula sprinting down the floor. Hempen gets the save. It's 5-on-4 right now. Falcon crowd calling for a travel as Vokes spinning around. Now they whip it up top of the key to Brown, and a timeout called by Grundy Center. Full timeout with 6:18 to play second quarter. It's Applington Parkersburg 16, Grundy Center 15. We'll take the timeout as well on KQCR.
From paints to socks, toys to tools, Parkersburg Hardware and Garden Center has it all. Parkersburg Hardware and Garden Center, voted the world's best small-town hardware. 504 Highway 57, Parkersburg. Open 8 to 6 Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 on Saturdays.
Campbell Mellema Insurance and Real Estate provides the service you expect. With over 50 years of experience, they are available to assist you with all your insurance and real estate needs. Campbell Mellema Insurance and Real Estate is your local agent, helping protect what's important to you.
It's still growing. The Radio on the Go mobile app has reached another milestone, 1,100 downloads. If you haven't downloaded it yet, just visit Google Play.
Gymnasium. John Mowinkle and Brian Boozman, the Spartans, just had to use their first timeout. Each team with 4 left now in the game. It's Applington Parkersburg 16, Grundy Center 15 with 6:18 to play second quarter. The Spartans a little bit of a frantic pace, and a foul is called. And they get the travel on Dexter Whitehill. He tried to split through a double team right through the center, and he gets called for the walk instead.
You know, Grundy Center has 2 freshmen out there right now.
Yeah.
Boy, they're young. They're building 54, 34. One's playing down on the post, one at the top. If I'm Applington Parkersburg, I'm going to move the ball and try to get it to Christian Hogstead against one of the freshmen.
Here comes Hempen. Drives along the baseline left, gets it back out to Ryard. Center of the lane, finds the opening, takes it to the rack for 2.
It's going to be open all night from the free throw line to the basket.
Grundy Center down 18-13, and a steal and a foul called right at the half-court line. It was nearly a steal for Applington Parkersburg. Cooper Hoff thought it was going to be Falcon ball, but it's Grundy Center basketball. The foul goes on Ryard, and that's his second.
Yeah, and he's doing a nice job in the middle of the lane for the Falcons.
Here comes Grundy Center across the half-court line with 5:48 to play second quarter. Sawyer with it, fires a pass up top of the key, hauled in by Zinkula. Now back into the lane, it's Kirkpatrick, takes it down low, left block guarded by Hogstead. Tough shot, but he gets the underhand shot to go. You can't get that to go against Christian Hogstead too often.
That is old school mechanism right there. His dad used to coach at Grundy Center, so he understands footwork, but that was an old school move.
Kirkpatrick up to 4 points for the Spartans. 18-17, still a 1-point game. The defense chant from the Spartan student section. Mackey steps around his defender, throws it back for Hempen. Hoff steps into his three, straight on, and he cans it. Cooper Hoff from downtown up to 6 points. That's his second three of the game. Check that, it was his first.
Yep, first mate.
Right.
There's a trap.
Here comes Zinkula. Kicks it out, Sawyer pops up a three. Look for the answer, he doesn't even have one yet tonight. Down to Zinkula in the lane, hesitation and a foul called against Applington Parkersburg.
On Garrett Hempen, I believe that's his second. Yes, it is.
That means 2 free throws coming up for Dane Zinkula of Grundy Center. Zinkula in his senior season. Limited action this year due to injury, and he misses the first free throw.
You know, you always feel bad for a kid their senior year not being able to play, at least the majority of it, but at least he had the opportunity to play late January into the tournament, so good for him.
This is just his 7th game this year. He started all of them, misses 2 free throws. Rebound secured by Christian Hogstead. And here come the Falcons with a 21-17 lead down the floor.
Let's see if they try to establish the free throw line again.
So it's Thomas with it, spins around.
Switched to a man-to-man defense, so
Mackey dribbles between the legs out of the right side, takes it into the lane. Step back is no good, it's too short. Tried fading away on the left block. Couldn't quite get the angle on it. Here comes Whitehill, baseline right, pops up the runner and it's good. Dexter Whitehill makes it a 1-possession game, 21-19. Here comes Appleton Parkersburg down to their offensive end. Hogstead nearly lost the handle on it. Kicks it out to Mackey, top of the key, weaves his way through the lane, dumps it off for Hogstead, who rises up with a right hand and lays it in.
32 half-court trap.
Christian Hogstead with just 4 points against Dyke and Hartford. He's up to 6 after that one. They toss it out to Whitehill, down to Sawyer in the corner. Left side three is good.
He's not afraid to pull the trigger. He must have the green light.
Braden Sawyer with his first bucket of the game. After a few misses from downtown, he makes it a 1-point game. Hogstead holding on to it, dishes it down underneath to Sam Livengood. And a foul is called on Grundy Center.
Foul on Sawyer. Unless there was no indication at the bench. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe he had hit the ball and was out of bounds.
Yeah, that could be. Nope, no foul is going to be assigned. So Appleton Parkersburg with Livengood, they bounce a pass into Thomas in the left wing. He dribbles to the left, stops the dribble, tosses it across the floor to Livengood. Looks at the bucket, and he sends it over far side to Cooper Hoff. Appleton Parkersburg going around the perimeter, a 1-point lead. Here they feed Hoff, takes it down left side of the lane, turns around on the pivot foot, out to Mackey, wide open for a second, sidestep as a defender, missed the shot too short, gets his own rebound, puts it on the ground, kicks it out to Hoff, takes a dribble back behind the 3-point line, and his shot rims out. Rebound Grundy Center, here comes Zinkula, they can take the lead, the runner is no good from 14 feet, but they get the offensive rebound. Dane Zinkula just took it down the floor and just popped it up with the right hand. Grundy Center keeps it alive. They bounce a pass. Here comes Kirkpatrick. No good from the free throw line. Rebound goes to Cooper Hoff.
Coach wants him to slow it down. It looks like he's probably going to run a play.
But the guys maybe just catch their breaths a little bit while they're on the floor. 2:40 to play second quarter. Appleton Parkersburg 23, Grundy Center 22. They feed it down into Hogstead in the lane. Turn around with a right hand is good. There's Christian Hogstead.
Good execution of the play. Three-quarter court trap.
Hogstead up to 8 points for Appleton Parkersburg. Sawyer with a three the other way, missed off the rim. Rebound goes in the lane by Pat Brown, and a jump ball is called. Possession arrow keeps it with Grundy Center.
Cale Schoeneman entering the game. He's entering from Mr. Livengood.
Appleton Parkersburg getting some of those bench guys back in the game. It's been kind of a track meet so far. And they inbound it. Kirkpatrick pops up a three. No good, too strong. Rebound is chased down by Sawyer at the top of the lane. He goes down into the paint. Can't get the runner to fall, but another offensive rebound. They try throwing it out of bounds off of Hogstead, but it goes haywire. Down to Mackey driving down the floor, and he has his pocket pick. Here comes Whitehill sprinting down the floor. Dump it down for Zinkula. Reverse layup is good. He rattles it in. 25-24. Back to a 1-point game. A minute 47 till halftime. Top of the key, it's Cale Schoeneman. Dishes pass in. Left side. Here comes Hoff with a three. It's good from the right side. Cooper Hoff gets the catch, pops it up and nails it. 28-24.
No hesitation on that jumper. There's a trap. They're going to have to call
and
timeout.
Kirkpatrick, no, it's on the floor, picked up by Hogstead. They tried to get him to travel with it, but here comes Mackey. 4-point lead. Thomas drives left, out to Mackey, right side of the floor.
Set it up, and get the ball to Hogstead in the paint.
And a double dribble is called on Jaden Mackey. Gives it back to Grundy Center. A rare miscue for Mackey. Gives it back to the Spartans. They'll head of the bench.
You know, as time has evolved, they typically don't call carrying, but he really must have carried the ball because kids carry the ball most of the time now, in my opinion.
Here comes Dexter Whitehill, crossover dribble, sends it across the floor. They get it to Sawyer, steps into a three, airballs it long. Rebound goes to Schoeneman, sprinting into the front court. 57 seconds. Schoeneman tries to take it coast to coast. He's rejected from behind by Dane Zinkula. And what do we have here?
Dane Zinkula, a spirited conversation with Mr.
So they look to lob it in. Applington Parkersburg just avoids the 5-second call. Cross court, but no, into the lane. It goes to Hoff. He gets rejected. It's rejected by Kirkpatrick. 28-24 AP.
Getting wild, J-Mo.
You betcha.
Getting wild.
And we're not even to halftime yet. Kirkpatrick holds onto it in the left wing, gets it up to Whitehill, who calls out the play signal. Cross court pass all the way to Sawyer. Grundy Center moves it around the perimeter. Whitehill over to Kirkpatrick. Grundy Center just moving this thing around. Ball hasn't touched the ground in a while either.
No.
22 seconds till halftime. They dish it out to Sawyer. And now they're moving around. They're holding for the last shot. Maybe. Instead, they bounce it down. Brown turns around. Good off the backboard. Patrick Brown the third for Grundy Center. AP with a chance. 8 seconds. They get it down the floor. Hogstead at the top of the key. Gets it to Hoff. Three is no good. Rebound goes to Grundy Center. And that brings us to halftime. What a wild affair it is. It's Applington Parkersburg 28, Grundy Center 26. We will take the timeout. Halftime coverage is next from Cedar Falls on 98.9 KQCR and the Falcon Activities Network YouTube channel.
Good. Good sportsmanship is also showing high character and accountability, doing what is right and setting a good example not only on the court but in the classroom as well.
That was a heck of a second quarter.
Good. Good sportsmanship is also showing high character and accountability, doing what is right and setting a good example not only on the court but in the classroom as well. We can control our body language, which speaks way louder than words do. Let's get started here. Let's go. Let's have a day.
From paints to socks, toys to tools, Parkersburg Hardware and Garden Center has it all. Parkersburg Hardware and Garden Center, voted the world's best small-town hardware. 504 Highway 57, Parkersburg. Open 8 to 6 Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 on Saturdays.
Campbell Mellema Insurance and Real Estate provides the service you expect. With over 50 years of experience, they are available to assist you with all your insurance and real estate needs. Campbell Mellema Insurance and Real Estate is your local agent, helping protect what's important to you.
Back live inside the Cedar Falls High School Gymnasium. John Moenkel and Brian Boozman with you here as we've reached halftime of this district final. It's Appleton Parkersburg 28, Grundy Center 26. What a spirited game this is, as these Grundy Center Spartans, we know Coach Ersland would have his guys ready. They've dialed up a game plan and they've gone stride for stride with AP in this one.
Well, I think he was playing coy early, saying, you know, it's the best team in the state, one of the best teams in the sub-state. You know, we're going to have to play our best game, and they are. He's got them ready to play. They're playing a really nice. They have a really great game plan, and it isn't to slow it down. It's to they're just executing their offense very well, hitting the guys that are open, and they're hitting shots. I think you know, if White Hill can get going, it could be interesting for Appleton Parkersburg, but it's getting spirited. I think I have a feel. Well, I'm going to make a prediction. First team to 63 is going to win this. 63 will win it, but I don't think, just from watching Dane Zinkel and Kale kind of have a spirited conversation, I think that's going to fuel both teams going into the second half. I think both teams know what's on the line. A kid doesn't want his career to end in the district final when you have a chance, so you're going to lay it all on the line. And I look for both teams, both Appleton and Parkersburg and Grundy Center, to lay it all on the line, and it's going to come down to, so again, free throws and rebounding. That's what it's going to come down to in big games. Al Kearns once told me in a sub-state game, I had him come speak to the kids before we went to the state tournament. He said big games come down to little things. Big games come down to little things. A rebound, a turnover, a missed free throw. But so you got to keep. That's why you work all summer, and from the first day of practice to now, it's on fundamentals, because it's going to come down to something where it might be a travel. You didn't do a jump stop, but it's going to come down to little things.
Al Kearns, the legend. I love it. Christian Hogsted with 8 points to lead the way for Appleton Parkersburg here at the break. Garrett Hempen has 6. Cooper Hoff has 6. Cale Ryard with 4 for Appleton Parkersburg. And Jaden Mackey has, I think I lost count on Jaden Mackey. We'll get his numbers updated here momentarily. He's got, or probably, I would guess, around 5 points, but we'll get that confirmed here in just a sec. On the other side, a key for Grundy Center has been Braden Sawyer just misfiring from three-point range. He's like 1 of 10 from three-point range when we knew that he was probably going to be an X factor. You know, he knocks down a couple more of those. We're talking about a Grundy Center lead here at halftime.
Yeah, so Braden Sawyer, I think he has what I would call a shooter's mentality of he's going to keep shooting and eventually they're going to drop. So I'm not sure what that horn was for, 3 minutes left. But so he's got a shooter's mentality. I'm going to watch him warm up here and see what happens. Yeah, first one off, but that's okay. Sometimes as a shooter, you just got to get going. Sometimes it's a free throw, sometimes it's a layup. But he hit that 3 early and then hasn't had much success since. But you never know. Somebody gets hot in a tournament game for either team, and it can be Katie bar the door.
Yeah, that's all it takes for someone to get hot. And you know, the crazy thing about these games too is it all comes down. It's one game at this point. Something goes wrong, your season is done. Someone comes up with a big, season-changing play. That's why every single possession in these types of games matters so much more.
Well, we have Garrett, Appleton Parkersburg has Garrett Hempel with 2 fouls, and somebody else has 2 fouls. They can't come up with it. Christian Hogstead?
Kale Ryard.
Kale Ryard has 2 fouls. So, fouls. And I don't think Grundy Center has anybody in foul trouble that I can recollect. So, it's going to be an awesome second half. 1 minute, 50 seconds till we go toe-to-toe again.
Big shout out to former AP Girls head coach Kurt Hempen. He's got his radio earmuffs on, tuning into our broadcast here tonight on 98.9 KQCR. Always appreciate his listenership. You know, that's one of the ultimate compliments as a broadcaster you can get when there's people at the game in the stands tuning in your broadcast. And Kurt Hempen, one of the realest dudes that there is when it comes to supporting the Falcons. Anyway, we've reached about a minute and a half to go till the second half. It's Appleton Parkersburg 28, Grundy Center 26. Back for the second half after this. It's Appleton Parkersburg and Grundy Center District Final Basketball from Cedar Falls on KQCR, the Falcon Activities Network YouTube channel. As we're just about ready to start the second half, as it's Appleton Parkersburg 28, Grundy Center 26. Lots of people tuning in for this one, including Alec Oberhauser watching out in Nebraska. Former Falcon basketball legend right there.
Well, that guy is a legend in Nebraska. He's hit some big shots this year for Doane College. You know, I can go back to the state tournament when he, quote unquote, didn't get tripped going to the basket in that semifinal game. Iowa Basketball Player of the Year in 2A. He was a player.
All right, it's time for the second half as the music comes over the loudspeaker here in Cedar Falls, and we are underway. The Falcons with a basketball here as we start quarter number 3. They move it from right or left to right as we see it from our broadcast location in the Crow's Nest. Ball is on the ground, picked up by Mackey in the left and the right corner. And Appleton Parkersburg will get things rolling here on the offensive end. They lead by 2.
Man-to-man for Grundy Center, and Appleton Parkersburg is doing a concerted effort to get the ball and establish Hogstead.
There he is, gets the catch in the lane and lays it in for 2. He's into double figures with 10. The first one to that mark for Appleton Parkersburg tonight, 30-26. Falcons with a lead. Here comes Grundy Center, their first possession of the second half. Sawyer has gone cold from downtown except for that one tray he hit. He's got the ball, comes off a screen at the left wing. They bounce it down, nearly stolen away by Thomas, but rising up at the other side is Jalen Kirkpatrick. Puts it in for 2, and Grundy Center with a response here to start the second half. 1 minute into the third quarter, Appleton Parkersburg with a basketball here in the district final in Cedar Falls. Mackey takes it into the lane for the right side, dishes it out to Hempen. Baseline drive, nearly lost it. Stolen away by Zinkula on the floor, scramble for it. Bodies on the ground, tie-up is called. And the possession arrow, I think we'll give it to Grundy Center.
Yep, we got it out of the half.
6:48 to play here in the third quarter. and Grundy Center will get it back here. Down just one possession, 30-28. Looking to tie or take the lead. Zinkula goes to the right. No look pass is stolen away by Ryard. Down in the lane, and here comes Cale Ryard. Jogging down the floor, out to Mackey, thought about a three, steps inside the arc, stumbles into the lane, it's on the ground, he somehow picks it up. Mackey with a power dribble, and he's hauled on his way to the rack. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Jaden has an amazing ball fake. He gets people to jump every time. He's taking it right now. I think he's just taking it too deep. I think he just needs to go one dribble and take it up and shoot it.
Do have a score update from Olwine. Jessup 34, Denver 31. That's at the half. First free throw from Mackey rims out as the winner of this game plays the winner of that game at Waterloo East coming up on Saturday night. And regardless of which teams are playing, we'll have the broadcast right here on 98.9 KQCR. Mackey hits the second free throw for Appleton Parkersburg.
Full court man-to-man pressure with a steal by Garrett.
There's Hempen, right block. He's fouled on his shot.
They switched up, Appleton Parkersburg switched their defense from a three-quarter court zone to a full court man, and Grundy Center is struggling right now with the pressure. Well, an 85% free throw shooter for Garrett. Let's put these two in the bank for him and see what the next possession holds.
That's the first foul for Dexter Whitehill of Grundy Center. Spins the ball, Hempen's first free throw, good. Knocks it down through.
You know, all time, Appleton Parkersburg is 9-4 in district finals. 9 wins, 4 losses. We're 3-1 in our last 4 district games. Coach Thomas is 3-3 overall. Appleton Parkersburg in the district final games. Put it in the bank for Garrett.
He goes 2 for 2 at the stripe, up to 9 points for Appleton Parkersburg. Behind Christian Hogstad's 10, the 2 team leaders right there. Grundy Center with a basketball, out of bounds, last touch by AP. As Jaden Mackey guarding Jalen Kirkpatrick.
I think Appleton Parkersburg's defense has got Grundy Center stymied just a smidge. We're trying to figure out, Appleton Parkersburg's trying to figure out who they're guarding, which isn't a good sign on an out-of-bounds play.
So they do get it inbounds to Bryce Griner of Grundy Center. He holds on to it and whips a pass up top of the key to Kirkpatrick. Dribbles it right, goes down to the lane, right side, pops it up, but he traveled with it. Had he not traveled, the basket was good and it would have counted, but Grundy Center turns it back over to Appleton Parkersburg.
That young man's going to be a player. As a freshman, he's going toe-to-toe. He's got really good moves.
Oh, yeah. We're past the 6-minute mark of the third quarter, and here's Appleton Parkersburg with a basketball, working on a 33-28 lead over Grundy Center. Around the perimeter, here's Garrett Hempen, drive on the baseline right, gives it in the lane to Hogstad. He couldn't get the shot to go. Rebound goes to Vokes of Grundy Center. Here comes Whitehill. He'll jog across the half-court stripe. Spartans moving it from right to left. Whitehill takes to the right side of the floor, comes off a Griner screen, stops at the elbow, now passes it right to Griner, guarded by Hogstad. They send it out to the wing left side. Tieran and Vokes dribbling it between the legs. Now he takes it down to the short corner, pops up a baseline jumper, missed it short. Rebound is chased down by Vokes, and he lost it on the floor, picked up by Thomas. Here comes AP, moving with some tempo. Thomas into the front court, gets it to Mackey, thought about a three, down to Thomas. Sidestep his defender, steps into a three, it's good! Gavin Thomas from downtown puts the Falcons on top by 8. Here comes Grundy Center, getting frazzled a little bit. Whitehill gets the shot to fall,
nice
fading
take
to the left.
Nice take, left-handed. That's the pace Appleton Parkersburg would like to go at so they can continue to build the lead.
Full timeout called by Grundy Center. We'll take it to 4:57 to play third quarter. Appleton Parkersburg 36, Grundy Center 30 from Cedar Falls in the district final.
It's still growing. The Radio on the Go mobile app has reached another milestone, 1,100 downloads. If you haven't downloaded it yet, just visit Google Play or the App Store and search for Radio on the Go. Click install and wait for the magic to happen. Just like that, you have access to all kinds of local information right at your fingertips. What are you waiting for? News, sports, weather, markets, live streams, and so much more are waiting for you on the Radio on the Go mobile app.
Checkered Flag Trailer Sales and Service. High-class trailers at an affordable price. Whether for work or for play, we can offer a trailer to fit your budget or lifestyle. Our models and sizes range from a 4x6 cargo trailer to 8x52 cargo haulers, with dozens of standard features. If our standard offerings are not what you're looking for, we have several option packages and hundreds of options to choose from. Checkered Flag Trailers Sales and Service, a part of Pit Stop Auto Service and Detailing at 108 6th Street in Parker.
Forced a full Grundy Center timeout with 4:57 to play third quarter. It's Appleton Parkersburg 36, Grundy Center 30 here in the Cedar Falls High School Gymnasium. John Mowinkle and Brian Boozman back with you on 98.9 KQCR and the Falcon Activities Network YouTube channel. Here comes Mackey, top of the key, bounces into the lane, can't get the underhand shot to fall. There's Vokes for the rebound. Zinkula pushing it with tempo into the front court with Sawyer left side of the floor. 36-30, Sawyer with a three, missed off the rim. Rebound goes to Heppen. He sprints into the front court for AP. Out to Mackey, down to the left side. Spins back, and nearly a tip pass, picked up by Hogstead, missed the shot, gets his own rebound, but the putback missed as well and a foul called. He's got his palms in his face.
He is so frustrated. I feel bad, can't help but laughing because he wants to put the ball in the basket so bad.
Christian Hogstead looks at the basket, and the first free throw is missed. Christian Hogstead, team leader with 10 points right now.
Sometimes the more upset you get, the tighter it gets. He just needs to loosen up and go up and not even think about it. He's done it hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times. So, according to Kelly Outlets, we have over 700 people watching on the YouTube network.
Awesome. Big shout out to every single one of those folks. Thanks for tuning in. As Hogstead hits the second free throw. Whether you're watching on the Falcon Activities Network YouTube channel or tuning in on 98.9 KQCR or at radioonthego.com, thanks for tuning in. We got a dandy. Grundy Center with the basketball, down by 7 as we approach the halfway point of the third quarter. Into the front court, Spartans with the ball. It's held on to far side of the floor by Patrick Brown. Into lane, here comes Whitehill. Couldn't get the shot to fall. Rebound goes to Hogstead, and now here comes AP with more tempo. Top of the key, it's Hempen, steps into a three, missed off the rim. Rebound goes to Zinkula. Dribbles behind his back across the midcourt logo, takes it all the way down coast to coast, can't get the shot to fall. The rebound goes into the hands of Hempen. He's running down the floor, pass it left to Hoff. Down to the baseline left side of the floor.
Swing it, 2 passes and we have a jump shot.
Down to Hogstead, in the lane, kicks it out, Thomas, another corner three, no good but a foul call. Thomas to the line for 3. Gavin Thomas with a chance to give Appleton Parkersburg a double-digit lead here. It's 37-30 AP. 3 free throws coming up. And that's the first foul of the game for Dane Zinkula of Grundy Center.
I think he's a little flabbergasted at that call. I'll be honest, I didn't see the foul. I was watching the ball, so he must have run into him. I didn't see him.
Gavin Thomas hits the first of 3 free throws, increases his scoring total to 4. Student section waving their fingers. Second one up, you betcha. And one final free throw coming up for Gavin Thomas. Zinkula heads to the bench. In comes Tate Jarobski of Grundy Center. One final free throw. Takes a couple dribbles. And he flicks the wrist and swishes it.
10-point lead.
Appleton Parkersburg 40, Grundy Center 30. 3.5 to play third quarter.
12-4 without scoring in the third quarter. 12 for Appleton Parkersburg, 4 for Grundy Center.
It was 28-26 Falcons at the break. Here comes Whitehill as they get it up top of the key to Tate Jarobski. He dribbles it left and hands it off to Sawyer. Working it around, guarded by Thomas, has to toss it up to Pat Brown the third. He puts it on the floor. Grundy Center keeping it outside. Just as I say that, here comes Kirkpatrick into the lane. He has his pocket pick. Here comes Mackey sprinting into the front court for AP. Tries taking it all the way coast to coast. Couldn't get the bucket to go on the reverse, but he will shoot 2 free throws.
Yes, he will.
Jaden Mackey, I've said it before, but that man just has a nose for the rim. He can get up to the bucket from anywhere on the floor through traffic.
Yep, he can get about as far in 1 or 2 dribbles as most people can in high school. You know, he can be outside the 3-point line. 1 dribble, he's there. Half court, 2 dribbles, a jump stop, and he's there.
Believe it or not, Jaden Mackey, who averages 21 points per game, is just at 5 right now. Second free throw, no good off the rim. Rebound, lost out of bounds by Grundy Center. It'll stay with AP. Just when Grundy Center needs a lucky break to go their way, it bounces off of people's bodies and the Falcons will get it back. Timeout called by Coach Thomas. It's a full timeout. 2:56 to play, third quarter. Appleton Parkersburg 41, Grundy Center 30. Back after this on KQCR and the Falcon Activities Network YouTube channel.
Second down, second down. Try it. I think you really like it. I tried it, and so here I am 17 years later. I love it.
Campbell Mellema Insurance and Real Estate provides the service you expect. With over 50 years of experience, they are available to assist you with all your insurance and real estate needs. Campbell Mellema Insurance and Real Estate is your local agent, helping protect what's important to you.
Pit Stop Auto Service and Detailing. We're called Pit Stop for a reason. When timeliness and accuracy matters, we're the best auto shop to turn to. Repairs, maintenance, and detailings are the core of our business. Stop on by our location at 108 6th Street, Parkersburg when you need to take a pit stop.
Grundy Center just lost it out of bounds, and the Falcons to inbound it here under the bucket, and they bounce it off the Spartans, and it's picked up by Grundy Center. Here comes Whitehill. They quickly get it down the floor. The Spartans with a takeaway off the inbounds pass. Down to the right side of the floor. No shot. They wave it off. It's a foul call. That was a drive down in there.
That was a turn. That wasn't a turning point in the ball game, but I said big games come down to little things. Grundy Center wasn't able to secure the rebound. Appleton Parkersburg had a set play to get Christian Hogstead a wide open layup, and we weren't able to connect on the pass. So,
yeah. All right, so Whitehill to throw it in from the baseline. They get it in. Line drive pass, left block, power dribble. Brown gets it to fall on the fadeaway.
Nice shot.
Patrick Brown the third for Grundy Center, up to 4 points for the Spartans. 2.5 to play, third quarter. Hoff gets the dribble, top of the key, sends it out far side of the floor to Thomas. Couple big threes in this one. Sam Livengood into the game.
They better get the weave going.
Here's Garrett Hempen from the right corner, takes it down to the baseline and back out. Now they lob it out, a high-low pass into Hogstead. Oh, they tried getting it to Livengood, and he couldn't hang on to it. He loses it out of bounds. It goes back to Grundy Center. Appleton Parkersburg unofficially with 8 turnovers. 2:15 to play, third quarter. Appleton Parkersburg 41, Grundy Center 32. And here come the Spartans. It's Whitehill. They look to make something happen here. A rough quarter here for Grundy Center. Sawyer nearly lost the dribble, gets it to Brown. Now to Whitehill on the left wing, guarded by Garrett Hempen. He comes off a screen to the right, takes it to the elbow, left side, stops the dribble, feeds it down to the right block. Turnaround shot is good by Jalen Kirkpatrick. Gets the turnaround to fall, and here comes Appleton Parkersburg. Jalen Kirkpatrick up to 8 points for the Spartans. Hoff in the right corner, just pops up a three, missed it off the rim. Rebound goes to Whitehill. Now he weaves down the floor into the front court. Sawyer puts the ball sidestep, underhand shot is good off the backboard. Braden Sawyer, the sharpshooter from downtown, takes it in the lane and puts it in for 2. Timeout, Aaron Thomas.
No lead seems secure right now, does it? No lead seems secure.
A minute 24 to play, third quarter. Appleton Parkersburg 43, Grundy Center 34. The Falcons took that 11-point lead.
They gave Grundy Center, they messed the scoreboard up. Actually, it should be 41 to 36.
Well, let's hope they get that corrected here, because we don't want people in here getting messed up on that. Or myself either. I had another situation earlier this year. I was up in Clarksville, and the scoreboard was off for most of the game, believe it or not. And they never fixed it, so hopefully we get something fixed here. What do you think the score is?
41 to 36.
Okay, so they took 2 points away from AP, gave 2 to Grundy Center. All right. So there it is. It's a 5-point game, 41-36, Appleton Parkersburg. Glad we got that squared away here.
You know, because it was 41 to 30.
Yeah.
So they're on a 6-0 run. Grundy Center is.
I was going to say something seemed a little off.
Well, that helps if the other team scores and you get points.
Right.
That really helps.
We're out of the timeout. Grundy Center with just 1 timeout remaining. What do you think of that? Just going into the fourth quarter with 1 timeout.
Well, Last week, if you remember, Coach Moore was using timeouts.
Yep.
Same thing. He wasn't going to do what Kirk Ferentz did. He wasn't going to leave him. He wasn't going to leave him on the field or take him to the bus. But it really makes it difficult because you really have to be strategic on when you're going to use it. Obviously, you're not going to use it in the third quarter, but there could be a time when you need one less than a minute, and you might not have it. So I don't know what. I think they're trying to figure out the clock now. The score's right.
Yeah.
I think there's a little more time on the clock, quite honestly.
So for our radio listeners, one of the referees is at the scorer's table. And now we're ready to roll. There's a minute 21 to go in the half. And Appleton-Parkersburg inbounds it. Over in Olwine, end of the third, it's Jessup 53, Denver 44. Winner tonight plays the winner of that game at East High on Saturday night in the game to go to state. High arching pass goes to Hogsted in the lane, takes a dribble, goes up with it, couldn't get it to fall, put back, no good. Rebound goes to Grundy Center. Man, Hogsted not connecting down there.
Oh, 2-3 zone for Appleton-Parkersburg. They're going to mix it up. Coach Berkey watches a lot of film. He likes to mix up his defenses. Did that well over at Ackley and has brought that to Appleton-Parkersburg. It is, when you're a coach and you never know what the other team's going to be in for defense, it's hard to get a rhythm. So now they're having to find their 2-3 zone.
They toss it over as they lob it into Brown. High-low pass into the lane as there's Tate Jarofsky to lay it in for two. 41-38, back to a three-point game. An 8-0 Spartan run. 22 seconds, third quarter. They bounce down to Hogsted. Left block, outside to Mackey. Need to get him going tonight, does AP. And a foul is called on Grundy Center. On the drive by Jaden Mackey. What are you looking for on the board here?
I'm just seeing, I can't believe Jaden only has 5 points.
Right.
Going into the fourth.
Second foul for Dexter Whitehill. 15 seconds, third quarter. They bounce it off of Braden Sawyer's foot. So that goes down in the books as a kickball violation, and AP will inbound it again onto the offensive end here. 14.8 seconds, third quarter. Lob it into Hogsted, takes a dribble, goes up with it, and is rejected. Rejected by Patrick Brown. Here comes Grundy Center. They could tie it. Whitehill goes for the tie. No good. Rebound tipped around, out of bounds with 1.5 seconds left in the third quarter. And AP will inbound with 1.5 seconds. Enough for a catch and shoot. They bounce it into Mackey. Got to heave one up. Three-quarter court. Hits the backboard, and that brings us to the fourth quarter. Appleton-Parkersburg 41, Grundy Center 38 at Cedar Falls High School. It's the district final on KQCR and the Falcon Activities Network YouTube channel.
Checkered Flag Trailer Sales and Service. High-class trailers at an affordable price. Whether for work or for play, we can offer a trailer to fit your budget or lifestyle. Our models and sizes range from a 4x6 cargo trailer to 8x52 cargo haulers, with dozens of standard features. If our standard offerings are not what you're looking for, we have several option packages and hundreds of options to choose from. Checkered Flag Trailers Sales and Service, a part of Pit Stop Auto Service and Detailing at 108 6th Street in Parkersburg.
From paints to socks, toys to tools, Parkersburg Hardware and Garden Center has it all. Parkersburg Hardware and Garden Center, voted the world's best small-town hardware. 504 Highway 57, Parkersburg. Open 8 to 6 Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 on Saturdays.
Back live at Cedar Falls High School. It's Appleton-Parkersburg 41, Grundy Center 38. Here as we start the fourth quarter in a back-and-forth district final. 2 wins away from the state tournament, and the Falcons are running it into the offensive end here. Just underway in the fourth quarter, moving it from left to right as we see it.
There's a diagonal screen.
Thomas at the top of the key, throws it to Mackey, just 5 points. He sends it across the floor. And they whip it outside. Here comes Thomas. Elbow jumper, no good from the left side. Tipped around, chased down by Cale Ryard. Falcons keep it alive here.
There's your role player coming up with a scrappy loose ball. He's willing to put his nose in and get it.
Mackey steps into a three, skipped off the rim. Rebound goes to Grundy Center, and a foul called. Right as the Spartans were about to run down the floor with it. And that goes on
Christian Hogsted.
All right.
I think.
Yep, that is just his first of the game. Second team foul of the second half for AP. On the other side, Grundy Center with 6 team fouls. The Spartans down by 3 points here early in the fourth quarter. Into the front court comes Dane Zinkula. Throws a pass to the left side to Sawyer. Back up Kirkpatrick, top of the key. And a pass goes nowhere, out of bounds, last touch by AP.
So Appleton and Parkersburg's back in the man-to-man. This is going to remind me of the first quarter all over again. Well, Appleton and Parkersburg, the first quarter got outscored 15-12. We're back in the man-to-man. You got Cale Ryer guarding their best player. That's how we started the game. And I think
Zinkula goes into the lane. They kick it back outside. Grundy Center going around the perimeter. Sawyer off a screen, dribbles to left. Back behind to Griner. Thought about a 3. They reset things here. Wonder if they're looking for the tie here. Wouldn't imagine quite yet. They bring it up top of the key. It's Griner. Step back jumper. No good from downtown. Rebound goes to Mackey. Here comes Appleton Parkersburg with 6:36 to play fourth quarter. Get it to Hemp at top of the key. Goes down left of the lane. Spins at the elbow. And they'll reset things. Here comes Thomas. Powers into the lane and gets it to go off his defender. Rattles it down through, and Gavin Thomas with some aggressiveness on that one. Here comes Grundy Center. Whitehill holds on to it in the left wing. There was a no-look pass over to Dane Zinkula, 43-38. Zinkula down to the baseline left side, tries squeezing it up past his defender, and is fouled on the shot. He'll shoot 2.
you know one thing I've noticed about the Grundy Center students or the kids is they're really strong. You can tell they hit the weights. We try to, or Appleton and Parkersburg tries to drive into the lane, and they're just strong enough to hold us from just going all the way to the basket.
First free throw by Zinkula, rattles it in. Dane Zinkula up to 6 points now for Grundy Center. Another one coming up, a balanced effort here for both teams. Second free throw's missed, rebound goes to Hogstead.
If Appleton and Parkersburg is going to win, Christian Hogstead and Jaden Mackey need to get going, and if Grundy Center is going to win, I think Braden Sawyer is going to have to start hitting some shots. So we'll see which one of those two things is going to happen. 3-2 zone, you're going to see the top guy going to double the bottom guy.
No look pass into Heppen in the lane, kicks it out, Mackey, wide open 3. No good from the left wing, it rims out. Jaden Mackey can't buy a shot tonight. Here's Braden Sawyer with it. Dishes it behind to Whitehill as they set up the play. Mackey still stuck on 5 points. Sawyer still stuck on 5 points for Grundy Center. He's got it and throws it over to Griner. Grundy Center keeping it outside the 3-point arc. Down right in front of their student section. Long 2-point jumper, airballed long by Griner. Ryard. No, it's going to be a foul against Grundy Center. Ooh. Cale Ryard kind of lowered the shoulder, sent Braden Sawyer to the ground. And the Spartan fans can't be too happy about that call. And that was big because that was Grundy Center's 7th team foul. So 1-and-1 free throw all the way at the other end of the floor now.
Yep, and for the rest of the way. So 5 minutes of 1-and-1s or 2-shot fouls, depending on how many they get.
So Cale Ryard to pop him up for AP. Takes a dribble. First one is up, and it's good. Bounces off the front lip of the rim and down through. Cale Ryard up to 5 points. Takes a dribble, flicks the wrist, and it's good. Appleton Parkersburg 45, Grundy Center 39. What team is going to dig deep and close this one out and play basketball on Saturday night? They feed it down in the lane, wide open as Bryce Griner turns around and lays it in for 2.
It was a nice offensive set. I think we got a little mixed up.
Falcons got caught napping on that one, 45-41. AP still on top, under 5 to play fourth quarter. Ryard dribbles the left top of the key, hands it off to Mackey, loses it on the floor. It's picked up by Grundy Center into the hands of Jarofsky. Into the front court comes Whitehill. The Spartans with an opportunity. Bounce it into Griner, free throw line jumper, step back style is good. It's a 2-point game. Grundy Center is staying alive off the Falcon turnover. 45-43, and now the Spartan fans are making noise.
They're standing up, and it's going to get really loud here. I noticed one thing on the board after Christian scores.
Christian Hogstead takes it down to the right block, turns around and puts it in.
Grundy Center has 2 timeouts left, Mr. Molenko.
All right.
Changes it to 2.
So that could have been what they were talking about the scores table.
Yep, 4-point lead, 4 minutes to go. 4-point lead, 4 minutes to go, 47-40.
Rejection by Hogstead. Chases it down in the corner. Saved by AP.
Here's a dunk.
Down for Mackey. One-on-one. Slams it down through. Boom! Goes the dynamite. 49-43 Falcons. Listen to the crowd. Spartans with a basketball. Tough shot. Jurovsky with the answer man.
Silence the crowd.
49-45. Jaden Mackey hoping that's the spark that AP needs.
That's what you need as a shooter and a scorer sometimes. Anything to get you going.
Here's Hogstead with a catch.
It's a kick.
Out to Mackey. Pops up a three. No good, too strong. Rebound tipped off. Mackey's got it. Oh, and they send it down to Ryard, who wasn't looking for it. Out of bounds to Grundy Center.
I see both players, you know, Jaden's like, you're wide open, and Kale's thinking, hey, I thought you were going to shoot it.
Yeah. So they give it back to Grundy Center. 49-45. Applington Parkersburg with a lead, 3:12 to play.
Remember, big games come down to little things. Something little and is going to happen for one of the teams. Not sure what it's going to be. Here we go.
Grundy Center with the basketball. Griner holds on to it, top of the key. They get it left side to Whitehill. They feed it down inside. Foul from behind on Mackey.
It's okay. It's Appleton Parkersburg's fourth team foul. Grundy Center will take the ball out. I believe it's Jaden's second. Yep, second foul.
2:58 to play in regulation. Whitehill to throw it in from the baseline. They get it into Sawyer. Has it tipped out. Last touch by AP.
Yep.
There was Cale Ryard to knock it out.
Good call.
So Grundy Center will do it once again down at their offensive end. Falcons on top by 4. 3 minutes to play in regulation. A spirited district final here in Cedar Falls. Whitehill gone right side of the lane. Rises up and puts it in for 2.
2-point ball game. 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Appleton Parkersburg 49, Grundy Center 47.
Who's going to dig deep and finish her off?
Both crowds are getting into it. It's getting crazy in here.
Cale Ryard has the top of the key. Pass it left to Thomas. Feeds it down into Hogstead. Left block. Out to Hempen. Pops up a 3. Missed it. Too strong. Offensive rebound Hogstead. But they get him for the foul.
I think he actually fouled our guy.
That's the second on Hogstead.
5th team foul. Let's do a set for him, John. 2:24, 49-47.
Here we go. Grundy Center with the basketball. They trail by 2 with 2:18 to play. Into the front court, it's Dexter Whitehill. 49-47. Spartans looking for the tie or the lead. In the lane, back outside, down to Whitehill, left side of the floor.
Watch the screen and roll.
Whitehill goes right, pops up a jumper. Good, he switches it. It's a tie game at 49. Dexter Whitehill with another one. 49-49. Here comes AP. Hogstead dribbles it left and gives it to Thomas. Cale Ryard dribbles it, now crosses over to his left. Down to the corner, out to Mackey. Who's going to make a play? $1:40 to play. Hempen right side of the floor, and it brings it up to Mackey. Top of the key. Down to 1:33 to play. Mackey throws it right to Hempen. Back to Mackey.
I think you were going to get a timeout here. Maybe not.
Mackey crosses over, takes it in the lane, rises up, center of the paint, couldn't get it to fall. Rebound goes to Ryard. Wide open 3, Thomas. Missed it off the rim. Hogstead fighting for the board, but it goes to Grundy Center. Tipped away. Chased down by Ryard in the backcourt. Do they get the foul? Yes, they do.
It was on Gavin. Gavin Thomas' first foul.
6th team foul for AP.
6th foul, 1 minute, 16 seconds, tied at 49.
Grundy Center with the basketball. They can take the lead with a bucket here. 1:10 to play. Falcon fans are rising to their feet. Whitehill throws it right. Now it's Kirkpatrick with it, guarded by Mackey, trying to back it in, top of the key, and they get it to Whitehill, holds onto it in the left wing.
55 seconds.
Whitehill tries going along the baseline, but brings it back out top to Griner. He dribbles it right. Grundy Center still with it, running this clock.
He's going to do a pick and roll, number 30.
Kirkpatrick goes around his defender, and they reset things with 40 seconds. Top of the key, Brown. Lob it down inside. Hempen gets the tip and the steal. Here comes AP, just when the Falcons needed a play.
Coach, I'm going for one shot. We're either going tie or we're going overtime.
Timeout called by Aaron Thomas. We'll keep it right here regardless. 28 seconds to play in regulation. Oh man, Garrett Hempen with the tip, forcing the turnover. What an insanely important play that was.
Boy, and I think of Garrett more of an offensive player, but and he's had so many great plays in his career. Right now, that's on the Mount Rushmore of his career. That was incredible. That put us at Appleton and Parkersburg in a position with 40 some odd, how much time's left?
About 30 seconds.
30 seconds to, I think it's 28.1.
Yep.
I think it's 28 seconds left. Gives Appleton and Parkersburg the ball on the side with an opportunity to either win it. Worst case scenario is you go to overtime. You don't want to give Grundy Center the ball back to have an opportunity for them to score. Coach, I can't see the board. I'm going to put myself in Coach Thomas's shoes for a minute. I've got two horses that have pulled the wagon all the way to Cedar Falls, Christian Hogstead, Jaden Mackey. Both of them have really struggled from the floor tonight. I think we're going to do a set. I think it's going to end up in Hogstead's hands, and he's going to bring it home.
Here we go. Timeout is over with. Spartans are on the floor. Falcons are breaking their huddle. And here we go. 28.1 seconds. Falcons with a chance to win it here.
All the fans should be hugging their radios and hugging their televisions. Here we go.
Here we go. They inbound it to Hempen. He will walk it across the half-court stripe. This place is lit.
It's going for one shot. But what he's got to be careful of is getting a 5-second call with closely guarded.
Yeah.
So the referee's counting. Now he's okay.
He goes to the left, hands it off Mackey, 9 seconds. Over to Thomas, takes a three.
Yes!
Here comes Whitehill. He calls timeout. And they wanted the travel call, but they don't get it. Falcon bench is storming the floor. 1.5 seconds left.
52-49. Gavin Thomas with a shot of his life. Oh, my Lanta. Shot of his life.
It's a 30-second timeout. Now Grundy Center is going to have a chance to tie here. They will have it in the front court.
It should be on the side, over by their fan section. Now, I want to ask you something, John, if you're a coach. If they get the ball and I'm going for an automatic foul, that puts them on the line, they can't win.
Right. So you're thinking Coach Thomas and the Falcons are thinking about doing that.
Well, it's a gamble because if they're in the process of shooting, it's 3 free throws.
Yeah.
So it's a crapshoot. He's going to call another timeout. He was going to check and see.
All right. So he calls a full timeout. We'll keep it here regardless.
Yeah. So if you can get them to catch the ball, foul, it goes to 1-1 with less than a second left. There's no chance of a three-pointer. You're guaranteed to win. Now the gamble is, like I said, if they're in the motion of shooting, then they could have 3 free throws. So I think we'll play conservative, and he's going to run the table and gamble.
45 seconds left in timeout. We're staying here. The entire Falcon fan section is on their feet. Grundy Center has a few people sitting down. They got some on their feet too, but man, the Spartans are still alive in this thing. It's not over yet.
Nope, it's not ever over until the buzzer goes off.
Let's see if we can get a Denver versus Jessup score update here while we're waiting during the timeout. Jessup wins it, 75-62. Winner of this one gets Jessup Saturday night at Waterloo East.
Yeah, Waterloo East. We've played Jessup many times, district finals. We've never played them in sub-state that I'm aware of. Here we go.
AP is about a second and a half away from that if they can hold off Grundy Center.
Let's see what happens here.
Here we go. Grundy Center to inbound from the sideline. It'll be Sawyer.
Zinkula is going to, okay.
And Coach Thomas calls another timeout.
Well, he's not going to take any home with him, but I think they started Zinkula on the other block. They're going to do a double screen for him coming to the ball, trying to catch the ball up near the three-point line for a turn and shoot. You want to be able to go to your strong hand, so he'll be able to dribble with his left hand and shoot with his right and see what happens.
It's another full timeout. Again, we'll keep it right here. So the winner of this one plays Jessup on Saturday night in the sub-state final. Appleton-Parkersburg with a chance as long as they hold Grundy Center off the board here. But let's go back to that shot for Gavin Thomas.
Oh boy.
Man.
It was, they had run it. Mackey was driving into the middle, saw Gavin was wide open on the wing. He's going to be 35 years old talking about that shot. Coach Thomas just called no fouls.
All right.
So they're going to let him play.
Let him try for the tie.
Yep,
all right.
Let him try
Again,
for
it's
the tie.
Appleton-Parkersburg 52, Grundy Center 49, 1.5 seconds left. And the Spartans will inbound it. And like you just said, Coach Thomas says no fouls.
Good.
And now is Coach Ersland going to call another timeout?
Yep. I think they must have, I don't know if they ordered pizza and can't pick it up till 8:30, but we just got to get this thing rolling.
Right. What an atmosphere here in Cedar Falls High School. And it's a 30-second timeout, and neither team with any timeouts left. So 25 seconds, we're rolling here. Again, Appleton-Parkersburg 52, Grundy Center 49 with 1.5 seconds. It was Garrett Hempen with a tip and a steal when Grundy Center had it with a chance to take the lead, tied at 49. Appleton-Parkersburg brings it down to the offensive end, and Gavin Thomas nails a right wing three. And now the teams have traded timeouts.
No timeouts left for either team.
Here we go.
Oh, they changed the play.
So this time it'll be Kirkpatrick to inbound from the sideline. Zinkula, Sawyer, Vokes, and
they're going to leave it
Whitehill
all
in. So here we go. They get it into Sawyer. Pops up a corner three for the tie. Too strong. AP wins it. They're taking on Jessup on Saturday night to go to the well. Parkersburg 52. Grundy Center 49 in an amazing game.
Boy, when we started this thing, it was 41-30 at one point in time. Appleton-Parkersburg had 41-30. I thought they were going to continue to spread the. Boy, the kids are going bananas for Appleton-Parkersburg. Hope the bleachers in Cedar Falls can handle them.
Appleton-Parkersburg 52, Grundy Center 49. The Falcons win an absolutely epic district final. We'll take the timeout. AP wins it. This is Falcon and Spartan District Final Basketball on 98.9 KQCR and the Falcon Activities Network YouTube channel.